From the tee to the fairway to the green. From the PGA to the LPGA to the Live Golf Tour. If it's golf related, Chuck Garbedian will discuss it. It's time to tee it up for the award-winning Garbedian on Golf Show on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
This is for our good friend Bryson DeChambeau. It is the multi-award-winning Garbedian on Golf. And it's great that it's English. It's the Clash and it's English.
It's awesome.
We're over in England. Bryson DeChambeau is scheduled to go out at 9:30 Central Time with Sam Burns, and they're both at 5 under par. Yesterday, there were 262 shot at the Open Championship. You'd have no idea that it ever happened because Bryson DeChambeau stepped on some weeds right off of one of the fairways on a really easy hole. The 316-yard hole. It's like, why are you pulling out driver? You don't need driver here.
Yeah, and then why are you watching him on that hole that closely? Like, in my opinion, on the other side of things.
It was a Gruder film-like in the entire thing, the way they broke it down, because when Live From came on, and we'll have on this morning Rex Hoggard and Todd Lewis a little bit later in the program, they broke it down like this Gruder film. Okay, here's what he's doing, and he's stepping in here, and it's like, okay. I thought it was inconclusive. I understand that they had Smiley Kaufman go into the weeds. I thought at some point
two guys just crawling around in the weeds trying to show him what he did. I thought that was the funniest part.
Yeah, welcome to the game of golf where the minutia really matters. It is the multi-award-winning Garbedian on Golf. Here, our show sponsors include the Wild Rock Golf Club at the Wilderness Resort, the American Family Insurance Championship, Sweetgrass Sage Run, the Island Resort, PGA Tour Superstore, Aaron Hills, Titleist, FootJoy, the French Lick Resort, the Wisconsin State Golf Association, the Wisconsin PGA, Eagle Springs Golf Resort, the Waukesha County Parks Department, Henry Flock Steakhouse, the Milwaukee County Parks Department, Ironwood Golf Course in Sussex, Old Fashioned Golf, the Tap-In Golf Bar in Sussex and Waukesha, and Broadlands Golf Course, a must-play Rick Jacobson design in North Prairie, Wisconsin. All of our guests are courtesy of Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells, which is a spectacular Herdston Fry design. Book your must-play tee time at wildrockgolf.com. This hour of the show brought to you by the Island Resort and Casino in Northern Michigan, which is the home of Sweetgrass Sage Run and Coming Soon Cedar. Can you imagine how much smoke they must have had in Northern Michigan from Canada? Because it was bad down here. Championship golf at its finest up at the Island Resort and Casino in Northern Michigan, as well as first-rate accommodations. Book your trip right now. Go to islandresort.com. On the program this morning, James Kelly's going to join us in just a minute, the head golf professional at West Bend Country Club, home of the State Am this year from the Wisconsin State Golf Association. Rex Hogger's going to join us, senior writer from Golf Channel. Jim Grunberg will be with us, our good friend, the owner-operator of Seymour Putters. And Todd Lewis will join us, unless he's embedded with Bryson DeChambeau somewhere in the Bryson DeChambeau watch. If you are with us, you're with us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, at the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. If you notice, I always have a charcuterie board of stuff if you're watching this on video. I brought the claret jug in this morning.
So you got fancy things over
Look
there.
at that. So one of the years with the Golf Writers Association of America, they have a tournament. I beat 130 other guys playing in this tournament. And so Gary Van Sickle at the time was the president of the Golf Writers Association. We were at the PGA show. And he's like, what should we have as a trophy? So we went around and we found a claret jug. And it's like, I also have a claret jug from the Wisconsin State Golf Association that I won for the race to Wild Rock.
What's like the most interesting trophy in golf? Like, do they have like fun ones like the Heartland Trophy between like Iowa and is it Nebraska with the giant pig? Like something fun like that?
The claret jug is probably the most known just because of the history. 154 playing. This is 154th. Right. Oh, now the claret jug didn't come to be until 1872.
Okay.
So in the first iteration of the Open Championship, you got a leather belt with silver.
I like that.
Yeah, that's kept that for a number of years, and then finally they went to the claret jug because it was.
I like the belt because it has a little utility to it.
It's the original championship belt. You think the WWF had it? They did not. That's just the way it works because golf is just crazy that way. The 125th Wisconsin State Amateur is set to take place July 20 through the 23rd at the spectacular West Bend Country Club. To bring an event this big to life, it takes all hands on deck, especially from the membership. And here to talk more about the upcoming Wisconsin State Am presented by West Bend Insurance and being played at West Bend Country Club, please welcome one of my all-time favorite people on the planet, the head golf professional at West Bend CC. It is the lovely and talented James Kelly. Deuce, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well, Chuck. How are you?
I am doing great. I sure when the calendar turned, you're going, okay, we got some time because it's not until July that we're playing the State Am, but now we're into the week of the State Am. How you feeling?
I'll tell you, there's the last time I was part of a state amateur, you were hitting the ball 300 yards trying to make the cut at Merrill.
Yes.
And as an assistant, I didn't do that much work, but I'll tell you, coordinating with Brian Bonlander, our course superintendent, and Jeff Perkle, there's a lot going on this week.
Yeah, it really is. There's a lot going on. The 300 yards, by the way, was a combined 3 shots. If you total the 3 shots, that's what it was. April was a mess because April was just a quagmire. It was raining all the time. May was really dry. All of a sudden, we're into mid-July, and it's time to put on a show for some of the great players at your place. How are the staff and the membership preparing for this event?
I'll tell you, members are coming kind of out of the woodwork just to come out and spectate and volunteer. And then Brian Bonlander and all of our maintenance crew staff have been hard at work just making the golf course what it is for the event. I mean, the rough is long, it's thick, so fairways will be at a premium this week.
James Kelly with us, head golf professional at West Bend Country Club, home of the Wisconsin State Am, July 20th through the 23rd. All of our guests, courtesy of Wild Rock Golf Club and the Wisconsin Dells, a spectacular Herdston Fry design. Learn more, book your tee time, go to wildrockgolf.com. How excited are you and the membership? Because I know you and I talked about it a year in advance, and you were really geeked up about having the Am there, and it's certainly a feather in the cap of both the membership and also West Bend Country Club as a whole.
I think just being able to kind of showcase the golf course itself for those that haven't seen the course before, and it being the 125th anniversary, but also 40 years since we've hosted it. It's a keynote event, and we're happy to host it. Membership is excited. Trying to kind of express to them like how large of a deal this is to host this event and have the privilege of hosting the event at West Bend as well.
Well, and it's fun too with the Wisconsin State Golf Association is the courses that they choose for things like this, because Lido has been an AM host site. Milwaukee Country Club has been an AM host site. You guys are one of the 5 top private golf courses in the state of Wisconsin as judged by Golf Week, which is kind of cool because some of the other names that come in line with that are Milwaukee Country Club, Blue Mountain Country Club, Pine Hills, Minocqua, all fine sites, and they in some ways don't hold a candle to West Bend.
You know, Langford and Marone, they designed it. I mean, the only course that's really of similar design is Lasonia Links.
Right.
So I think the players that have never seen the golf course before will see what it's like to miss the greens, and the rough is at 4 inches. So it's standing up and down. Brian Bonlander is, I mean, what he's done with the rough, with the weather he's had this year, the entire maintenance staff, kudos to them. They have done an unbelievable job. But greens will be firm and fast. Hopefully Mother Nature cooperates, and they go low, but let's not go too low.
Mother Nature, Father Time, undefeated. Just so you know, and I'm sure Brian understands that. It helps to have someone like Brian there who has a history with West Bend Country Club, because I think more than anything else, it's paramount to have someone who's been on site for a while who doesn't panic, especially when we have the spring weather that we've had this year.
I mean, Brian's only 45 or 46 years old, but he's been on site for 25 years, so he knows that property in and out more than any other person, even our membership. I mean, the stuff that he's done, just the small details and all of the work they've put in, I mean, just they're hand-watering greens and spots even after 2.5 inches of rain because it's not where he wants it. I mean, it's a showcase of Brian Bonlander's talent. I mean, we have one of the most gifted superintendents and his staff in the Midwest. I mean, he's unbelievable.
James Kelly with us, head PGA professional at West Bend Country Club, site of the 125th Wisconsin State Amateur presented by West Bend Insurance. That'll be happening July 20th through the 23rd. What do you consider the signature hole at West Bend CC?
Got to be hole number 7. I mean, as you know, shorter par 4, but when first time you play that, you get to that second shot, you're just kind of wondering, I mean, from 120 yards, you're terrified to miss the green.
Right.
Because there is no miss. And generating spin for these guys, I'm wondering if they're going to spin it off the front of the green, but also if you're coming out of that 4-inch rough into that hole now, I really don't think that you can hold the green even from 100 yards, just due to the fact of lack of backspin.
I've had the privilege of playing West Bend Country Club, and I recall just how hard it is on hole number 1 right out of the gate. And that can set the tone for your entire round because you get up there. It's a different look from the tee box. It's certainly a different look on your second shot going into that green.
Yeah, I mean, you start off with a 430-yard par 4, but it's an elevated green that has multiple sections. So for those that aren't that familiar with the golf course, you hit it into a quadrant of the green, but you're not exactly sure what's below the hole. That's the unique part, is we're not the old back to front sloping of greens. Every single green has a different quadrant of what's going to be below the hole. And I'm sure Jeff Perkel's taking that into account because, I mean, everyone hits it so far nowadays with the course only being 6,900 yards that the defense is the greens and the rough.
And one of the things that's going to take place also this week is we've had an awful lot of heat heading into this. There's been an opportunity to grow grass when you have the definition of 4-inch rough and then course conditions that allow. It'll be interesting to see. Do you guys have in your head, I don't know if you've had conversations with Jeff Perkel or not, an idea of where maybe the score might fall at the end of 4 rounds of tournament play?
It's interesting. I've heard my members say that it could be 10 under. I've heard people say it could be a couple under par. I mean, ideally, if Mother Nature cooperates and the greens are firm and fast, I think it could be probably 1 to 2 under par. I think this test of golf is going to test these players a little more than they expect, just given the yardage. But we're also playing it as a par 71 as opposed to the normal par 72.
And that will make a difference considerably in terms of how you approach this. Certainly, short game is going to be key around the greens. The size of the greens, the slope of the greens. Talk to people about that. Let them know exactly what to expect.
It's one of those things where it's like if you miss any green long, I would say most of the time you're making bogey at best. Pin high misses at West Bend are not exactly the best miss in the world. If you're on the green, they are. But pin high on either right or left quadrants, I mean, you're going to have a blind pitch shot to the green, and you would hope that you could miss it short. However, there's a lot of false fronts and roll-offs that really it's going to be about controlling your iron distance, especially. It's going to be a real premium on approach shots to the greens this week. And if you're above the hole, the only way to stop the ball is if it hits the cup.
Have you been watching the Open Championship, maybe having something on the patio back there, the fire pit, and just enjoying all the action that's been taking place?
I would love to say, Chuck, that I've seen more than a few shots, but
right.
Typically any shot I've seen is just a replay as I walk through the golf shop. But I did see the Bryson DeChambeau situation on the holes yesterday, so that was most of what I caught. But over the next couple of days, it'll be minimal screen time for me, unfortunately.
Amazing that two guys shoot 62 yesterday. It gets barely a mention because of everything that happens with Bryson DeChambeau. When I was doing some research earlier in the week, I was looking at course scoring, and I thought, there's no way someone's putting up a 62 at West Bend Country Club.
Well, I know last week we actually had a new course record set we had a 60 shots.
Wow.
By Hugo Thur. His last name is spelled Thyr. Came out for a practice round and shot a 29 in the front, a 31 on the back, and hit a ball out of bounds on 14 and still made par.
Wow.
But he's quite the caliber of player. However, the greens were a little more receptive that week. So, I mean, he's a very talented player. But I would think with the conditions that you're going to see next week that I don't know if anyone will shoot below 68 or 7. If they do, kudos to them.
Yeah, I would find that hard to believe that they'd be able to put up that kind of a number, only because having played the facility in like membership condition, it's difficult. In tournament condition, I bet it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, it's interesting to think that you and I could go out there and scramble and not shoot the 60.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. I think so. Yeah, we take your drive though on every hole, which would be kind of nice. I like that.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't have to hit the approach shots with the fairway wood and still hit it to 5 feet all the time, Chuck.
Yeah, that'd be about it. How you doing? How's the wing doing? Are you doing better? Are you getting healthier?
Yeah, the wing is good. First year, I haven't had last 3 that haven't had any elbow injuries or shoulder or anything like that. However, for some reason, the score doesn't seem to show it.
Oh.
The distance is back, but with more distance comes me hitting it more erratically into the rough. And then you know how it is as a golf professional. It's minimal practice. You play, but you just enjoy the game more. So you're just happy to be out there playing.
I understand that completely. At the 108th PGA Championship in Aronimink, CBS did some stuff, and there are 3 questions I want to ask you. They're just opinion questions. There is no right or wrong answer. It's just an opinion. What is the length, in your opinion, of a gimme putt?
2 feet.
2 feet. All right, I'll give you that
2
one.
feet. Well, it depends. I mean, some people say 3, but you get a 3-foot slider at West Bend. I'm not giving anybody that.
No, you're above the hole and you're looking down at that. You're just gonna stay. Everybody's gonna stand and just watch. It would be really quiet. Was the guys waiting to go? Is this good? No, it's not good. I want to see you roll.
No, not at all.
No, not in the least. What does an amateur golfer need to shoot to be considered good at golf, in your opinion?
I'd say break 90.
Okay, just once or on a regular basis?
I mean, I would say once, and you're going to beat probably what most golfers do. I mean, breaking 100 respectable. The one thing I've been telling my students is whether you shoot 120 or shoot 75, just try to do it in underneath 4 hours. Take one practice swing, keep it moving, because that's the thing is I have buddies of mine that can shoot 73, but they throw over the ball for 30 seconds.
Right.
So just ready golf. Golf.
Takes forever. On the green, are you putting the pin in or pin out?
I'm taking the pin out. I'll leave the pin in on like a putt that's really long across the green. However, I've had so many bounce outs with the sticks across that I just have decided to go back to the traditional and just take the pin out, because I have not seen where it's helped me more than it's hurt me with the pin in.
My friend, I'm very excited for you this week for everything that's going to be taking place with the AM. I'm going to come out one of the days just because I want to walk around, because it's such a fun walk to take place there at West Bend. Congratulations on all your success. Say hi to Brian for me. Tell him he's doing a great job, because I know that he is. And all the best.
Thank you, Chuck. It's good to hear from you. Always good to talk with you. I'm sure I'll see you this week, and we'll catch up on some strategery for the golf course.
Strategery is the key, my friend. James Kelly with us, head PGA professional at West Bend Country Club. Go to westbendcc.com. If you want some more information on the golf course itself, you can follow him on social media at WB Country Club. James is one of the best. I've known James for a long time. And always fun. They're fortunate to have them up there, because it's a neat place to go. It'll be a spectacular setting for the State Am, and that'll be taking place July 20th through the 23rd, and sponsored by West Bend Insurance. All of our guests for Garbedian on Golf brought to you by the Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells. That is an amazing golf experience. Stay ahead of the game. Download the Wild Rock mobile app. The Wild Rock mobile app is packed with features, lots of them. Also, specials you're going to find available only on the app, so download it now onto any device. Enjoy the Wild Rock experience. Book your tee time online today. Go to wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com. 35 miles northwest of downtown Milwaukee in the scenic Kettle Moraine. That's where you're going to find Erin Hills, which provides a championship golf experience in a comfortable setting. So enjoy the day. Create a memorable overnight visit. Rounds of golf on the site of the 2017 United States Open, the 2025 U.S. Women's Open. And by day or by night, under the lights, be sure to experience the exceptional Drumlin putting course. You can enjoy seasonal green fees right now with the tee times that are still available. Also, plan ahead, pre-book your 2027 visit to stay and play at Erin Hills. Go to erinhills.com for more information. Once again, erinhills.com. Milwaukee County Golf has 13 courses to choose from. That means there's an ideal course for every avid golfer. Milwaukee County Golf Courses run the gamut from fun to championship and everything in between. MKE.golf is the place to find out the latest events, special rates, or anything golf in Milwaukee County. So you can tee it up today at MKE.golf, and all Wisconsin residents are eligible to participate in the Parks Players Discount Program. Slice up to 50% off of your green fee every time you play. And if you need some program information, you can find it at mke.golf. Ironwood Golf Course, there are no worries, none. Ironwood Golf Course sits on 275 acres of rolling terrain in Sussex, Wisconsin. It presents 27 challenging holes for avid golfers of all abilities. So find out more about the Callow, the Meath, and the Burnines at Ironwood Golf Course. Make your Ironwood tee time. Go to ironwoodgolfcourse.com. Our thanks to James Kelly, head golf professional at West Bend Country Club, for coming on the show. Rex Hoggard, we're going to reach out to him in just a little bit. Go across the pond. Sometimes this works. Sometimes it doesn't. We're going to find out more as you're listening to the multi-award-winning Garbedian on Golf, broadcasting live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
And gentlemen, as you know, we have something special down here at Birdland this evening. A recording for Blue Note Records.
Hit it. If you're with us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, I brought the Claire jug in this morning just for fun. When I got pulled over this morning, in a hurry, and I held up the Claire jug, and I was waved on my way.
There you go.
I won't say
You
what
got an escort,
I won't
probably.
say what municipality that was in, but I'll just say that they took a picture with the Claire jug. That's all I'm going to say.
I might have to get one now too. Just
You want one?
kind of-
I got
yeah,
another
sure.
one at the house. You can have one
Keep
if you
it in
want
the-
one.
Keep it in the passenger
Just
seat.
right next to you. Just belt it
exactly.
in and everything. It's like, is your trophy belted in? Yes, it is.
Yes, sir.
You in a hurry? Hello. Would you like to see my claret jug?
I am in a hurry, and you're not going to do anything about it.
No, you're just gonna. You know what? Throw on the lights and the siren. Let's go. Congrats to the dream team of Darren Clocker and Ben Crane. They won the 2026 AmFam Championship. They did not get a claret jug. I'll have to ask Nate what the trophy is. I don't know that I've ever seen the trophy for the AmFam. Maybe I have. The dynamic duo of Darren and Ben posted a score of 30 under par. They held on for a one-stroke victory in Madison. For more information on the 2026 AmFam Championship and the 2027 AmFam Championship, go to amfamchampionship.com.
It's like a large, clear,
Yeah, it's like
obelisk.
crystal. Yeah.
And it's got like the AmFam
Logo in
house
there.
over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's cool. I like it.
All right.
It's a
Do
little
you
different.
want me to bring it in one time?
Yeah, sure.
I'll get it from
Let's
Nate and
see it.
bring it in. We'll have it in the studio. We should do that. I should just bring in trophies and just
Yeah,
set
there you
them up
go.
in here.
I like that.
We can do that. We'll have to get the state am trophy for next week.
Okay. Yeah,
I
that'd
think
be pretty
that's
cool.
big though.
Yeah, we'll figure
I mean,
it
I
out.
think it's like standing on the floor big.
Yeah,
Like
we'll figure it out. We
like
got
you
it.
can't ride on this ride unless you're taller than the trophy big.
You're a master of design over there with your setup.
My
all right?
charcuterie board. For
exactly.
those of you, either go to YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter and follow it online, and you can see the charcuterie board that I set up. Who are the guys that come in with us afterwards? The college show?
Don and Dan on College Sports.
They
Weekly.
hate it because I got to take this whole thing down every time. I
They
set
was
it up
just like
every. They
stand over
stand
here
in
on
the
side.
corner like as far away as possible, and they just wait for me to leave. You like finding hidden gems for a golf getaway? Your next great discovery, the French Lick Resort Pete Dye Donald Ross courses have been ranked 1 and 2 in Indiana for 11 years in a row by Golf Week. Plus, you get to hit the casino for the Sportsbook live dealer table games. It's fun. Ton of ways to play. Go to FrenchLick.com to get started on a getaway of your own. French Lick for your next road trip. FrenchLick.com. Titleist, the #1 ball at the Open Championship since records have been kept. The majority of players competing for the claret jug trust the superior performance and consistency of Titleist. Titleist is the #1 ball at the Open since records have been kept and the #1 ball in golf forever. At every level of competitive golf, Titleist is the #1 ball in golf. Go to Titleist.com for more information. FootJoy, the #1 shoe in golf, the #1 glove in golf, and FootJoy is the #1 shoe and the #1 glove at Royal Birkdale. Because when it matters most, the world's best players teed up at the 154th Open Championship. They trust the quality and performance of FootJoy gear. When trust and performance matter most, FootJoy, the #1 shoe in golf, the #1 glove in golf. Learn more at FootJoy.com. It is the multi-award-winning Garbedian on golf. Why am I pulling out this piece of paper? I don't know. I'll figure it out in a minute. Going off right now. Let's see what time we got. 7:29 our time, which is what is it? Eastern time. These tee times are all Eastern. So Adam Scott, Chris Goddard up around the golf course. Patrick Reed, Johnny Kiefer at 8:35 Eastern time, which is 7:35 our time. Corey Connors, Seb Straka going off at 7:45 our time. Terrell Hatton, Victor Perez at 7:55. Did you see Terrell Hatton yesterday? He made a putt and then did like a Heisman pose.
I did not see
did
that.
some
That's
sort of
kind of cool.
Yeah, he's kind of a goofball. I mean, he's a mercurial player. He can play really well or he can be really bad. When he's really bad, he's really funny because he gets really mad really fast. He gets really hot really fast. He did a club throw last year or the year before that was just epic because he finished the swing over if you're right-handed, you finish your swing over your left shoulder. So when you follow through like this, and from that position, he just tomahawked the club right down the middle of the fairway, like 60 yards in the air. It was like, that was awesome in one motion.
Have golfers, like professional golfers, always been like this, or is this a newer type of thing? I feel like I've seen a lot of guys have a little bit of a hot head lately, and you get a lot of people covering it because it feels like it's something that just hasn't happened like this before.
They melt down quite often because it's a hard game, and especially at this level, the money that you're playing for. And the other thing that happens is nowadays everybody has a camera because everyone has a phone. And so consequently you get like 1,000, like they got the Blue Angels that were over the beach. It was like, holy smokes. When you see it from different angles, you realize how low that guy was.
Right.
He was not very high. And if you've ever seen an F-16 up close, they're big pieces of machinery. Because you watch like Top Gun and stuff and go, the planes look little. They look tiny. When you go to like an air museum and go see them, and you're like, wow, these things are like 40 feet long. They're not little, and they accelerate at a high rate of speed. When that thing went over the beach, I was like, wow, that was too low.
If you ever get a chance, head out to Oshkosh. The Air and Space Museum there is awesome, and then they do an air show.
Yeah,
I think right around this time. The EAA, and that's really cool too.
My father-in-law was volunteered at the EAA all the time. He loved that. I mean, I think he at one point was trying to become a pilot. Was taking pilot's lessons. I don't know that I would ever want to do that.
Okay. I like I'll go on a plane. I'm not afraid of flying, but also I'd rather drive just to,
I think
getting off chances.
I like the getting off the ground part. I think that's kind of cool, but then trying to land it seems to be like a ballet. Then I'm like,
so spin around in circles, wait for like the perfect time, and then get right in there.
I don't know enough about it to do it.
That's too nerve wracking.
Island Resort and Casino, one of the Midwest's premier golf casino entertainment resort destinations, 13 miles west of Escanaba, Michigan, scenic Upper Peninsula. It's the Island Resort and Casino, 450 guest rooms, an expansive Vegas-style casino, the Horizon Steakhouse, among other things, plus the new 9-hole Cedar course, which is now open, and they're booking with packages for Cedar in 2027. That to go along with Sweetgrass and Sage Run. So you're going to find your total experience at the Island. Go to islandresort.com for more information. PGA Tour Superstore, the official golf retailer of the multi-award-winning Garbedian on Golf. Find everything you need and or want for your game at PGA Tour Superstore, 18550 West Blue Mountain Road in Brookfield, the only place to get all of your equipment and find out what's trending in apparel, technology, repairs, lessons, so much more. PGA Tour Superstore. Find the most popular brands, experience exceptional service, enjoy the best that the great game of golf has to offer. PGA Tour Superstore in Brookfield, 18550 West Blue Mountain Road in Brookfield, worldwide on the web at PGATourSuperstore.com. Join the Wisconsin State Golf Association. Make your next round count for only $50. You're going to receive your official handicap index along with other great benefits. And if you're interested in competition, the WSGA tournament schedule features over 100 events for men and women of all abilities. Find out more information. Go to WSGA.org. Show your love of Wisconsin and golf and support a great cause. Obtain a Wisconsin golf license plate for your vehicle. Proceeds from the plate support the WPGA Junior Scholarship Fund and PGA Hope Wisconsin. For more information, go to wiscjuniorgolf.com. Coming up next, we're going to reach out and try to get a hold of Rex Hogard. He's across the pond, and we'll see how technology works as we're broadcasting live. This is Garbedian on Golf from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. line out in the group, would you? Hey,
It made theirs a lot louder than other people.
that was way loud. All guests for Garbedian on Golf brought to you by the Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells, which is an amazing golf experience. Stay ahead of the game. Download the Wild Rock mobile app. Oh, I'd love it if that was what we think it is. Packed with features and specials available only in the app. Download the device right now and enjoy the Wild Rock experience. Book your tee time online today at wildrockgolfclub.com. Wildrockgolf.com. Henry Flocks in West Allis. That's where quality service hospitality always the special of the day. Enjoy the all-new shuttle service to Brewers, Bucks, Admirals games, as well as concert and special events. We're good. So much to enjoy. Henry Flocks at 92nd and National in West Allis. Go to henryflock.com for more information. This season, play the home of Wisconsin golf, the Eagle Springs Golf Resort, founded in 1893. Eagle Springs Golf Resort, the 19th ranked course in Wisconsin. Eagle Springs Golf Resort, 6th generation family-owned facility. For more information, make a tee time explorer. Go to eaglespringsgolfresort.com. Golf outings make great company events. Plan for a fun outing at your team for the Waukesha County golf courses. The professional staff will make your event fun and easy. Many custom packages to suit your needs. Fill out your interest form at golfwaukeshacounty.com. It is the 154th playing of the Open Championship. This week we're at Royal Birkdale. We've already seen fireworks over the first 2 days of the event. Now we're in the championship weekend and here to talk about the Open, the Claret Jug, and so much more. Please welcome one of my all-time favorite people on the planet from Golf Channel, the lovely and talented senior writer, Rex Hoggard. Rex, my friend, are we on Brandel or Bryson DeChambeau watch?
We absolutely are.
Yeah.
I was just about to wander out to the range and set up camp and wait for him to decide he may or may not play this third round. No, he tweeted last night. I think he finally came to his senses. I fully expect to see him stay, and I fully expect him to play well after what happened yesterday, which might be one of the most surreal moments in my career. And that's pretty strange because I covered Tiger Woods for the better part of 2 decades.
Right. You've seen some things, and yesterday was something else because two guys shot 62 in major championship golf, and it was barely a blip after what happened with Bryson on that hole. And then all of live from the first 20, 25 minutes was nothing than breaking down the Zapruder film and looking at it from every angle.
Well, and of course, don't pass up the footage from Bryson hitting golf balls in the pitch dark here.
Yes.
In England late into the night, just to sort of burn off some steam. There thousands and thousands of professional golfers have been assessed penalties for whatever reason it might be. And thousands of those golfers probably felt like they didn't do anything wrong. And
right.
They even went out to the scene of the crime and told Bryson had missed the fairway way right. And they've sort of we've nothing new. I think what transpired that made it is it was live. It was in real time. Bryson was so animated. It was clear he didn't hit anything, and he continued to push mine. When he finished up his round, he was in scoring, talking about this, obviously, for the better part of 10 or 15 minutes. And then they went out to the fifth hole for the better part of 30 minutes. And then they went back to scoring for more than 30 minutes. And so nearly 2 hours transpired between the time he finished up his round to finally walked out of scoring and seemed to have signed a scorecard and accepted the fact he was going to be assessed a 2-stroke penalty for essentially improving his life. Again, I certainly understand someone's going to fight if they think they didn't do anything wrong. But I will go back to last year at this championship, and Shane Lowry, who was in a very similar situation, didn't think he probably violated any rules, caused his golf ball to move as he was lining up a shot. But look at what he said in that moment. He would never want there to be even a shadow of a doubt that maybe he was coloring outside the lines, that he was doing something that didn't apply to the rules of golf. He didn't want it at all, and he accepted that penalty. And it took Bryson a long time, if in fact he's even gotten there.
Rex Hoggard with us, senior writer, Golf Channel. Go to golfchannel.com, read all that Rex has to say. Follow Rex on social media at Rex Hoggard GC. One of the things that I was asked, and I'm not sure of how it works in terms of the timing of it, did Bryson finish his round, sign his card, or was he asked about it before signing his card at the end of the round?
Before signing his card. Before signing his card, and yeah.
So they addressed everything that took him back out. Then they had the conversation. So in essence, he played the round, finished the round, and then for 2 hours waited and then signed the card and agreed to whatever the 2-stroke penalty was at that point.
That's absolutely correct.
Okay.
And actually it up again almost in real time on the electronic scoreboard when he took the 2-stroke penalty and the score adjusted, moved down to, I believe, tied for fifth.
Right. And so he'll be going out a little the timing of it and everything works out a little bit differently with that. Everyone expects him to be on property. It was interesting to watch the guys on live from last night. It was fascinating to watch you. It was great when they had the video of him walking off and he was going right towards a whole scrum of reporters and just barreled right through them. And then Todd Lewis was saying later he was offering everybody beef sticks and candy out on the range. It was odd to see how Bryson works, but he's a different cat when it comes to these things.
I think the cat when it comes to most, it would be a fair assessment. And keep in mind, the day before he shot 67, his best by far of the year in the major championship, and declined all media requests, any media whatsoever. He did talk to the RNA, but that's clearly not proper media. And then we had what happened yesterday. And there was also the underbelly. I spoke with his manager. Todd Lewis spoke with his manager. They weren't sure last night as we approached midnight here in England if he was even going to play today. And the line from the manager was, well, he's going to decide tomorrow morning he's going to play this line. I don't know that I've ever experienced anything like that, because certainly you cannot like the ruling, and you understand that 100%. But I've never been in a situation where a player didn't like a ruling and decided, you know what, I'm not going to finish up the round. That seems very childish.
Two things from yesterday. Lucas Herbert shoots 62. Cam Young shoots 62. One of the things I found interesting is someone had talked to me about Lucas Herbert, and they're like, who is this guy? I'm like, well, you haven't seen him because he plays on Live, and you can't find it. Lucas Herbert seems to be one of those guys. You know, it's interesting to see the path back for a lot of guys. If Live folds, what happens to Lucas Herbert? Does he have a place to play?
I think the pathway is set. Pretty clearly. I think Patrick Reed said it earlier in the year when he left Live Golf at the end of last season, started playing the DP World Tour, which they have created a very clear path for Live players to come over and play. Essentially, you can play both tours now without any type of sanctions, and you'd be competing event releases. P. Reed won earlier in the season, played really well early in Europe. He has pretty much locked up his tour card via the top 10 on the European Tour onto the PGA Tour next year, and essentially he needs to serve his 1-year suspension since the last time he played in a Live event, which comes later this fall. We're going to see Patrick Reed in PGA Tour events later this fall. So any player who's on Live right now, it doesn't matter who it is, from Jon Rahm to Lucas Herbert, who wants to come back to the PGA Tour, there is a pathway.
It's fascinating to see. Jackson Suber on Thursday with the round of 65, Lucas Herbert with the 62, along with Cam Young. I'm sorry, not Cam Young. Who am I thinking of?
Sam Burns.
Sam Burns at 62. Yeah, the 62s were flying yesterday early, and that seemed to be the storyline early. How fast and firm is this golf course playing? How fast and firm will it be through the rest of the weekend?
I think the fairways are fast and firm as anything we've seen in this Open Championship in over a decade. That's just because of the conditions. We haven't had any real rain here in over a month. And so you're going to get what Mother Nature gives you at a links course. That's the beauty of playing in the Open Championship. It's a little bit different. This was going to be my report last night, by the way, on live from had Bryson DeChambeau and everything not transpired. I had a chance with Grant Moyer from the RNA. He's in charge of setup. And the way he explained it is the firmness of the greens is they're by design more receptive. And I think we've seen that in the scoring, those 62s and pretty much the scoring across the board. Again, that's by design. If you look at how they measure the firmness of the greens, it was pretty consistent for rounds 1 and 2. And the hope is that they will be essentially the same thing for the weekend rounds. They can only get them so fast, and they only want to get them so fast.
What?
We're live in the other state. There are other counties right now, so we got to keep going. Talking about this is.
Can you hear me when I'm talking right now?
I
can't hear anything but the buzzing noise in my head.
Yeah, so we got an emergency alert going on in Milwaukee. There we go. We're back on.
Okay, I'm sorry, Rex. I have no idea what that was or why that was. What was that? An emergency?
It was the emergency alert test system.
Right. Well, as wild as the round has been with Bryson DeChambeau, that's as wild as this has been here because we got delayed with that. Let me ask you this before we let you go because I know you got to get back to things. How far is too far back? Who do you like coming into this weekend? Because there are a lot of big names lurking a little further down the board.
I think there's some low scores back there. I know that doesn't answer your question. I think if you look at the guys who maybe are 4 under right now, whether if they started the day or have worked their way into that position, that's 4 strokes back, but only of Lucas Herbert. And that's not to dismiss Luke. He could come out and shoot 2 rounds in the 60s and make this, a one-man race. But I just think the way the golf course is going to play over the next 6 days, it is gettable. We've saw 264s. And so I think 4 or 5 strokes back is still gettable, but you have to go out and you need to make up some room this morning.
My friend, when do you head home?
Monday morning. Yeah, I've been here for about a week and a half now. I came over early, played a little bit of golf, so I head home on Monday. Can't wait.
How's your game?
I actually had a really good time. Played Lytham for the
Oh.
first time ever on Friday after playing, and had a fantastic time. I cannot wait. The Women's Open is there in 2 weeks. I can't wait to watch that.
Excellent, my friend. I appreciate you taking the time, taking the call as usual. All the best. Safe travels. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Rex Hoggard with us, senior golf writer at Golf Channel. Go to golfchannel.com for more information. Follow him on social media at Rex Hoggard GC. I've never heard that before.
I've never gotten one of those on a Saturday morning before.
In the middle of everything.
They happen during the week sometimes on like Sparky's show. And again, we're on the whole network, so the other stations don't hear that. That's the Milwaukee station that gets that. So
we're the only ones that get it?
So then at that point, so it just throws everybody off a little bit. We're trying to work on getting it out of our headphones because Sparky's been bothered by that too.
I just didn't know what was going on. I thought, well,
came out of nowhere. Again, never happened on a Saturday morning.
It's good to be on the air when the world ends, I guess. I guess we're the lesson. Yeah, we'll talk about golf. It won't be a bad thing at all. Congrats to the dream team of Darren Clark, Ben Crane. They won the 2026 AmFam Championship at TPC, Wisconsin. For more information on the 2026 and 2027 AmFam Championship, go to amfamchampionship.com. If you haven't gotten a golf trip on the calendar yet this season, plenty of time to make it happen at the French Lick Resort, the only place you play courses by Pete Dye and Donald Ross together on the same property, and you can play both championship courses through the fall when you book the Hall of Fame package. Golf season lasts well into the fall in southern Indiana. Trust me, you're going to be glad you teed it up with a trip to French Lick. Go to FrenchLick.com for more information. FrenchLick.com. Must be 21 to enter the casino. Gambling problem? Call 800-9-WITH-IT or text ING-AMB to 53342. Titleist, the number one ball in golf, and has been the number one ball at the Open Championship since records have been kept. Majority of players competing for the Claret Jug trust the superior performance and consistency of a Titleist golf ball. Titleist is the number one ball at the Open since records have been kept, and the number one ball in golf at every level of competitive golf. Titleist, the number one ball in golf. Go to Titleist.com for more information. FootJoy, the number one shoe and the number one glove at Royal Birkdale. When it matters most, the world's best players tee it up at the 154th Open Championship, and they trust the quality and performance of FootJoy gear. When trust and performance matter most, FootJoy, the number one shoe in golf, the number one glove in golf. Learn more at FootJoy.com. Tap In Golf Bar in Waukesha and Sussex, open all season long and offer the best in indoor golf. Enjoy indoor golf simulators, spirits, food, sports when you want them all season long at the Tap In Golf Bar. No slow play, climate controlled, no lost balls. It's the Tap In Golf Bar in Waukesha and Sussex. Find out more at tapingolfbar.com. Our thanks to James Kelly, the head golf professional at West Bend Country Club, for being a part of the show this morning. Also, Rex Hoggard checking in from overseas at Royal Birkdale, also checking in to see what's going on. And that's what's going on. There's a lot going on with Bryson DeChambeau and everything else, including, what did we have, an EBS report? What was that thing in the middle?
EAS, Emergency Alert
Systems. So now we're all alerts?
I think so.
Excellent. I'm happy to hear that. Island Resort and Casino in Michigan, scenic Upper Peninsula, one of the Midwest premier golf, casino, and entertainment resort destinations. 36 holes of award-winning championship golf, Sweetgrass, Sage Run. Set the stage for your business trip, your golf getaway, your buddies trip. The new 9-hole Cedar Course preview rounds coming in July 2026. Build a stay and play package that ticks all the boxes for you. Go to islandresort.com for more information. PGA Tour Superstore in Brookfield, 18550 West Bluemont Road in Brookfield, worldwide on the web, PGA Tour Superstore.com. Join the Wisconsin State Golf Association. Make your next round count. You can find out more information at WSGA.org. And for the Wisconsin PGA, golf is more than just a game. It is a lifelong journey. To learn more, reach out to a PGA professional near you or visit whiskjuniorgolf.com. Once again, our thanks to everybody involved in the program with the first hour, including Charlie Houston, who's our producer. Coming up in the next hour, Jim Grunberg will join us from Seymour, Todd Lewis from the Golf Channel. There is so much going on. Garbedian on Golf, broadcasting live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. You know who that's powered by? It's powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
From the tee to the fairway to the green. From the PGA to the LPGA to the Live Golf Tour. If it's golf related, Chuck Garbedian will discuss it. It's time to tee it up for the award-winning Garbedian on Golf Show on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
I'm alright. Nobody but about me. Why you got to give me a fight? Can't you just let it be? I'm alright. Don't nobody but about me. You got to give me a fight.
Hit it. I'm ready. Anytime you are. Just let me know when we're on. Are we on? Oh, sorry.
We're on. I like the song. I wanted to play it a little bit, you know?
I love this song.
But if it's too easy, you're gonna disagree.
All right. I sent a text message. That's what I was doing. So just a reminder. Our show sponsors include, look at that. I say it just happens. Wild Rock Golf Club at the Wilderness Resort, the American Family Insurance Championship, Sweetgrass, Sage Run, the Island Resort, PGA Tour Superstore, Erin Hills, Titleist, FootJoy, the French Lick Resort, the Wisconsin State Golf Association, the Wisconsin PGA, Eagle Springs Golf Resort. You know what we should do is we should do like a bingo card.
Yeah.
And everybody would have to go to every one of these. Do something with every
that's a
one of
good
them. And then we'll do a
idea.
prize for
Yeah,
we'll do a
give
grand
something
prize
out.
at the end.
The
Yeah.
first person to finish like the scavenger hunt. Oh, you can
Yeah.
get a whole scavenger hunt
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm thinking. Waukesha County Parks Department, Henry Flock Steakhouse, the Milwaukee County Parks Department. What's the Henry Flock thing with the boozy shake?
Boozy shakes.
Yeah.
Boozy shakes. Chocolate bourbon.
Yeah.
No mistakes.
Oh, is that the lyric?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
I
who-
know the whole thing.
I have,
man.
to, I have to talk to either John Roots or Brian Wolf and see who wrote that. They probably had a few and then wrote that.
Probably.
That was a good idea. I don't know. The Milwaukee County Parks Department, Ironwood Golf Course in Sussex, Old Fashioned Golf, Tap In Golf Bar in Sussex and Waukesha, Broadlands Golf Course, a must-play. Rick Jacobson Design in North Prairie. All of our guests courtesy of the Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells. A spectacular Herdston Fry design. Book your must-play tee time at wildrockgolf.com. Also, this hour of the show brought to you by the Island Resort and Casino in Northern Michigan, home of Sweetgrass Sage Run. Coming soon, right now, as a matter of fact, Cedar Championship Golf at its finest, as well as first-rate accommodations. Book your trip right now at islandresort.com. Coming up on the program momentarily, Jim Grunberg's going to join us from Seymour Putters. Also, Todd Lewis will join us from overseas from the Golf Channel. If you were with us last hour, Rex Hoggard was with us. In the middle of it, there was an emergency broadcast thing that went off.
I don't think that's going to happen again. I guess.
Don't say that.
I'm not going to promise anything.
Right.
I'm just going to say I
Because
don't.
we didn't know it was going to happen in the first
That's
place.
true.
So wait, just briefly explain this to me. So when we hear it, we're the only ones in Milwaukee that hear it. Nobody else hears it.
So it depends on where the storms are and how many EAS alert systems are going off
So
across the state.
what did
So
Rex hear?
I don't think he
Just
he
us
heard it.
going,
I think
"What
he-
is that?"
Yeah, I think that's what he heard.
Okay. Well, we sound intelligent, don't we? When you're on the green, the only thing you want to see is the ball disappear into the hole, and it's simple. You want to see more putts drop into the center. Seymour Putters uses rifle scope technology to help you make more putts more often. And here to talk about Seymour Putters, please welcome one of my all-time favorites from Seymour Putters, the lovely and talented Jim Grunberg. JG, my friend, how are you?
I'm good, Chuck. How are you?
I am wonderful, my friend. Are you enjoying the Open Championship at Royal Birkdale?
Always, always. Although today I'm focused on my own game. I'm going to play 36 holes of golf for the first time in forever.
Did you lose a bet? Why are you playing 36? That sounds like a lot.
I know I'm trying to recover from shoulder surgery, so I'm just going to press it. I'm just going to go all out.
Did your PT tell you that was a good idea?
It actually feels pretty good. I'm about 6 months out, so it does feel pretty good.
So did you have rotator or labrum or what'd you have?
Yeah, labrum and torn bicep and a couple other things. There was about 5 things. So yeah, it's been tough. It's not an easy deal.
No, I would imagine not, because everything in the shoulder, I've had elbow surgery a couple times, but in the shoulder, they explained to me that it's all layered. There's all kinds of things on top of all kinds of other things. So when something happens, it's kind of catastrophic. So
yeah.
Were you deadlifting a Buick or something? What happened?
I don't know.
Good for you.
I was actually really starting to lift weights for the first time in a long time, so that may have contributed.
All right. Well, don't do that anymore.
Yeah. I won't.
Yeah. Just, 12-ounce curls at max. That's all you got to do.
There we go.
Talk a little bit about one of my favorites, which is Seymour, the company itself. You and I have known each other for a long time. I'm always thrilled with the success you've had. Whenever I see the British Open, I always think of Zach Johnson, who won, and not only won, but he won using a Seymour putter. So you have a U.S. Open with Payne Stewart, and you have an Open Championship with Zach Johnson. It's nice to have the Open Championships on your resume.
And the Masters as well. Don't forget about that.
No, I wasn't going to, but I like the Opens.
I know. It was a great run, and it's funny because during those times, Payne Stewart, Zach Johnson, both early guys using what is now widely referred to as sort of zero torque technology. The blade returns to square.
Right.
Just kind of get out of the way. And so Seymour for 25 years has been doing zero torque and low torque putting with our, generally straight center shaft designs. And the whole world sort of caught up, but it's fun to look back, and there's so many people that remind us that, hey, everybody talks about this like it's some sort of new thing. And they always point out the fact that Seymour's been on this for 25 years.
I find it fascinating. Avid golfers of all abilities, they look for consistency, but rarely do they know what to look for in a putter. Maybe they pick up something in the shop, they roll it a couple of times, they shrug their shoulders, put down some cash. What do you recommend to folks who are looking for the correct flat stick? What should they be looking for?
Well, that's a great question. And I think one of the things that is available now are great putter fittings. And I know we have a great partnership with Club Champion. They have over 150 locations in the U.S., including in the greater Wisconsin area. And, it's a golfer sees different shapes differently in terms of what appeals to them. They have a history with certain types of putters. Sometimes they're looking to change it completely. Sometimes they're looking to stay in the same family. But first and foremost, it's important to get a golfer in a great posture where they can be relaxed and where they can something can be repeatable. I think a lot of times golfers will be putting with a very awkward posture, maybe trying to get too close to the ball or whatever. But that leads to inconsistency just in terms of the setup. And so I'd say the length of the putter, the lie of the putter, very, very important. Zero torque is the buzz right now, which means, sort of the putter is designed to really stay on that square to the plane path. Not all golfers want that. A lot of golfers love the feeling of having the putter swing. So at Seymour, we have a wide range, not just zero torque, but low torque, medium torque, and high torque. And all of them have the rifle scope technology, which is the key because you want to know that you're set up the same way every time. It's like shooting a free throw, Chuck. We've talked about this, but if you can eliminate variables, make sure that you're set up the same way every time, square to your path, and the putter square to your body and your arms and your eyes and your shoulders, you're going to make more putts. And you're going to be able to focus on the line and the speed of the putt rather than how am I set up and is my stroke consistent. So you eliminate variables, you become a better putter.
Jim Grunberg with us, owner, operator of Seymour Putters. Go to Seymour.com for more information. All of our guests are courtesy of Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells, a spectacular Herdston Fry design. Wild Rock Golf Club. Learn more. Book your tee time. Go to wildrockgolf.com. A lot of conversation regarding blade versus mallet. I've always been a blade guy, but I believe only because of that's what I used growing up. I think it's what you're familiar with and learning the game. Have you found any data that shows that one style is quote unquote better than another?
Personally, I have not. And I see great players that love blades and, blades are, by definition, a blade is sometimes more rectangular, maybe a little bit more square. So people see the lines a little bit differently. Mallets, you can engineer higher moment of inertia, but we've got blades that have higher moment of inertia as well. So I think you need to go with what looks right to you and obviously work with it a little bit. You'll see if you did go to a putter fitting at Club Champion, there's a charge, but it's well worth it. And they'll put you through a battery of tests with several different models. And you'll find out your tendencies in terms of starting at square, returning it to square, being on the same path. And so I think the mallet blade thing right now, there's a huge momentum towards mallet over the last couple of years. You actually have a couple of the big companies obviously paying their players to use their big mallets. They're a little sexier, I guess. They look a little bit more like, the over-engineered drivers or whatever. But I think in the end of the day, it'll come back to blades as well. It goes back and forth. And I don't think there's a lot of the players that, with a mallet, particularly if it's a higher torque mallet, which most of the double bend mallets or the hosel mallets are pretty high torque. So the ones you see the players on tour using right now, those have to be manipulated back to square. The best players on tour, of course, are fantastic at manipulating a putter back to square, but that doesn't mean that the average golfer, even the good club level golfer, is going to benefit, because that sometimes is the hardest thing in the world, is to take a putter that wants to stay open and get it back to square consistently. And a mallet has a little bit more of a tendency to do that. So while it may have more forgiveness if you hit it with a square face but off center, the problem with a lot of those big mallets is that you need to get it back to square, and it's a little harder to do that.
Jim Grunberg with us, owner, operator of Seymour Putters. Go to Seymour.com for more information. You talk about the importance of a studio putter fitting. I would imagine that you've seen this too, is when people talk about, it's like, okay, when I roll a putt, this is what it looks like, this is what it feels like. When you show them either video or a picture of themselves at a dress, they go, that's not me, because they don't know what they look like at a dress, because they don't know what it feels like at a dress.
That's exactly right. And we hear from our partners at Club Champion and now Golf Tech, limited locations, and we have some independent fitters around. But the biggest thing is that most golfers really have no idea where they're aimed or how to aim consistently.
Right.
And so that is really an eye-opener. And it's really it's a game changer when they do experience that Seymour's rifle scope technology can help with that. And so even the fitters, I mean, there's a lot of people in golf that do not know Seymour yet, even some of the people that are right in the middle of it. So it's a brand that continues to be rediscovered every single day by players of all levels, and even by the fitters at places like Club Champion. So every week we hear from new fitters there that have a great new experience, and they always start with, the golfer was struggling so much with alignment, and we really, right off the bat, they understood the rifle scope technology, and it started working. And they called, a month later and say, "Hey, I'm scoring my best rounds right now because my putting has improved."
Well, and that was the whole thing with Payne Stewart. Is his whole mind was moving way too fast and doing too many things, and he had used a number of different putters. I know that for a fact that he had used a long neck Scotty Cameron because of the way that it's set up to the ball, and it looked square to him, and yet it really wasn't square to him. When he turned to a Seymour, his putting improved dramatically, and especially when it improves dramatically at the tour level, you're really doing something, because those guys don't miss by much. If you take that same kind of thought and technology and theory and give it to an average golfer, the average golfer becomes exceptional at putting, and suddenly the weakness is turned into a strength. It just is mind-boggling to watch it happen.
There's no question about it. I mean, people talk about it. It's like a cheat code. And,
right.
I'm great friends with Mike Hicks, who was Payne's caddy. And Mike he talks constantly about the fact that, of course, Payne had a beautiful putting stroke, but it just kept changing, not just day to day, sometimes hole to hole, because of his alignment and his setup. And once he got that dialed in, his beautiful putting stroke all of a sudden became the best on tour. He led the tour in putting the single year that he used the Seymour putter in '99. When he won that U.S. Open in dramatic fashion, he also led the tour in putting statistics, and that had never happened before.
Certainly there are factors such as price, quality, value that folks have to consider when landing a new putter, but Seymour ticks all of those boxes. You can do any number of styles and price points and performance points with a Seymour putter.
There's no question. And I think right now there's a sweet spot. Our most beautiful models are the ones that are 100% milled in the United States. They're just absolutely gorgeous. The finish, the feel, the consistency, and of course, all of our technology. And golfers can get that for under $500 right now, which I know 20 years ago you would have said, who's going to pay $500 for a putter? But that's what people are paying these days. I mean,
right.
It is the most used club in the bag. And so if you look at our range of 100% milled putters, they're in the $400, $500 range. They're beautiful. You can check them out at Seymour.com, or if you happen to be able to go and book a fitting at a Club Champion, you'll have a tremendous experience. And as you said, there's other price points that are always going to be available through the secondary market and through, some of the entry-level price points that we've had in the past. But I think right now, people realize it's an investment that's worthwhile, because it is the club that we use on every hole, typically, unless you've made an ace like you always do.
Sure.
But I think, it's worth going and getting fit for a putter, and it's worth making the investment.
Now, the reason I mentioned at the Open, the U.S. Open Championship, and the British, simply is because those are usually done on dramatically different styles of golf courses. Usually, in the U.S. Open, the USGA usually has it turned up a little bit, and usually the green speeds are 12, 13, 14 occasionally. Whereas overseas, you're never going to find it more than maybe 10, 10 and a half, simply because of the age of the turf and the undulation, and you could never make it 10, 12, 13 there because you're going to have some real problems in terms of trying to keep a ball on the green. I think it just goes to show how good Seymour really is, because you don't have to change putters to change golf courses. You're going to find consistent performance day in and day out, round in and round out, regardless of where you play and the conditions you play in, by using a Seymour putter.
I could not have said it any better, Chuck. You're exactly right. That's a great example.
Three. I gotta ask you a couple questions really quick. The CBS did a thing during the PGA Championship at Aronimink. These are opinion questions. There is no right or wrong answer. What is the length, in your opinion, of a gimme putt?
18 inches.
Okay. 1.5 feet. All right, there you go. What does an amateur golfer need to shoot to be considered good at golf?
89.
That's a specific number. Okay, good. I'm sorry, sir. You shot 88. You're no good at this. When on the green and you're putting, is the pin in or the pin out?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. What do you like?
I leave it in a lot.
Do you?
Yeah.
And why is that? I'm just
curious.
I don't
know. I just, you know what? I mean, I don't have tremendous vision. I mean, and I think, I'm focused on my setup and the putter, and I like having the flag stick down there. I don't know. I see the field better.
36 today, huh, my friend?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, enjoy that. Do your best and roll everything in with the Seymour.
I will. I love it when my playing partners, who oftentimes are also using Seymour putters, but when they go in, you hear the Seymour hooting and hollering. It's a lot of fun.
Attaboy. I appreciate you always taking the time. I look forward to catching up. Thank you. All the best.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Chuck. Enjoyed it.
Jim Grunberg, owner, operator of Seymour Putters. Find more. Go to Seymour.com for more information. Follow them on social media at Seymour Putters. All of our guests for Garbedian on Golf, like Jim Grunberg from Seymour Putters. Brought to you by the Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells. An amazing golf experience. You can stay ahead of the game by downloading the Wild Rock mobile app. The Wild Rock mobile app packed with features. Also specials that you're going to find available only on the app. You can download it now onto any advice. So enjoy the Wild Rock experience. Book your tee time online today at wildrockgolf.com. Wildrockgolf.com. I just got some people booked on the Wild Rock.
Nice.
Called Pat Stein, and he was nice enough to help out with that.
Perfect.
We haven't had an emergency broadcast thing yet.
No, we're good.
Okay. Well,
knock on.
We only do that when we travel to England. Henry Flocks in West Dallas. That's where quality service, hospitality, boozy shakes are always a special of the day. What is it? Sing it. Hit it again.
Boozy shakes. Boozy shakes.
Henry Flocks, a casual neighborhood steakhouse, delicious food, and exceptional bar. Henry Flocks, the perfect spot for a post-round beverage, over 40 martinis, ice cream drinks, and specialty cocktails like
chocolate bourbon. No mistakes.
There's so much to enjoy. By the way, also, we'll have for you Charlie using singing for you.
I don't know about that.
At Henry Flocks.
I don't know if anybody else wants to hear
who's
that.
the guy in the corner under the spotlight? That's Charlie using. He's going to be singing for us.
I could probably rock a fedora, little suit and everything.
You would have to have like one of those zoot suit kind of things.
I could nail
like
that,
a dark, like a chocolate brown with tan pinstripes.
Okay. We can make that happen.
And a fedora.
Yeah. Matching fedora?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. With a contrasting feather.
Perfect.
Holy smokes, my head works in weird ways. Henry Flocks, 92nd and National in West Dallas. For more information, visit henryflock.com. This season, play the home of Wisconsin golf at the Eagle Springs Golf Resort. Founded in 1893, Eagle Springs Golf Resort, listed as one of the first 100 clubs established in the United States by the USGA. Eagle Springs Golf Resort, a sixth-generation family-owned facility just a short ride from Milwaukee, Madison, or Chicago. Eagle Springs Golf Resort, open for public play. So if you need some more information, you want to make a tee time, you want to explore, do it all, visit eaglespringsgolfresort.com. Waukesha County Golf Courses, where your next best game awaits. You can discover the lush greens and rolling hills of Waukesha County Golf Courses. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, Waukesha County Golf Courses offers something for everyone. You can enjoy breathtaking views, challenging fairways, a welcoming community of golfers. It's all available for you. For more information, visit golfwaukeshacounty.com. The multi-award-winning Garbedian on Golf, broadcasting live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. I just love this. I'm just going to listen for a second. Oh, I can because I own the show. Never mind. Congrats to the dream team of Darren Clark, Ben Crane. They won the 2026 AmFam Championship at TPC, Wisconsin. You don't play golf, do you?
No, I like going to the driving range and doing mini golf. I do like everything in between, like actual playing.
We should play in a tournament together, you and I.
Sure, you're gonna be embarrassed by playing with
me.
Wait,
because Zabin's back, right?
Yep.
So
back.
There's supposedly a golf outing coming.
That's the rumor. The theory. That we got a lot of golfers here on the network, so a lot of people that would be willing to.
I always love when I hear that.
Yeah.
Everybody's a golfer.
The Chuck and show off in front of everybody.
No, I don't know. I'll just go play. And
okay.
I don't know if you notice this. There's if you go to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, on the video. There's a trophy there. See the trophy?
I do.
There's a trophy right there, and in that trophy right there.
Well, that's one of his.
It has my name on it.
He's got like 10 shelves full of trophies.
Who
back
does?
home. You?
No, I don't have 10 shelves.
Only 3.
What Benjamin's girlfriend saw my office and went, "That's a lot of trophies." I was like, "That's some of them." Not all
Do you
of
just
them.
have them like laying around in your office? You don't have them like
no, I have
them
there. No, some were sitting on the floor. It's a piece of hardware. What are we going to do with it? I can't wait. I tell Darla when I die, this is going to be great. You're going to have the greatest yard sale in the history of yard sales. You got every golfer on earth is going to come over.
Oh, that's gonna be
shirts,
a crazy
clubs, putters, whatever you need.
Crazy thrift shop.
Yeah,
Find one day. Chuck Garbedian trophy out there, man. Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
I got hats at the house that I'm trying to get rid of. I can't get rid of them because it has my name on the back of the hat. Like I don't want somebody to be robbing a bank going, "Look at it, it's a Garbedian." Oh yeah, we know who robbed the bank. It's like that's my hat. Why is he wearing my hat? I got staff bags sitting at the house.
At least you got like a unique enough name where like if they Google you, they're like, "Oh, that's not Chuck Garbedian robbing."
No, that's
bank.
not me. Yeah. I don't think he's 6'7". He doesn't look 6'7". He weighs enough to be 6'7",
hey,
but he doesn't look
science
6'7".
is crazy.
Science is crazy. Darren Clark, Ben Crane won. Did I tell you this? The AmFam Championship. Information on the 2026 and 2027 AmFam Championship. Go to AmFamChampionship.com. French Lick, more than just a great name in the hometown of Larry Bird. It's a good thing this is a 7-minute song. Bucket list golf destination. You got to play to believe. French Lick Resort, home to championship courses by Pete Dye and Donald Ross. There's also the casino, gorgeous historic hotels, free customized planning for golf groups. Make the easy drive to Southern Indiana. Experience golf the French Lick way. Visit FrenchLick.com to get your trip on the books. Once again, FrenchLick.com. Got to be 21 to enter the casino. Gambling problem? Call 809-WITH-IT or text ING-AMB to 53342. Titleist is the #1 ball at the Open Championship since records have been kept. The majority of players competing for the Claret Jug trust the superior performance and consistency of Titleist. Titleist is the #1 ball at the Open since records have been kept. And it's also the #1 ball in golf. At every level of competitive golf, Titleist, the #1 ball in golf. Go to Titleist.com for more information. FootJoy, the #1 shoe, #1 glove at Royal Birkdale when it matters most. The world's best players tee it up at the 154th Open Championship. They trust the quality and performance of FootJoy gear. Trust and performance when they matter most. FootJoy is the #1 shoe, #1 glove in the game of golf. Learn more at FootJoy.com. Tap In Golf Bar in Waukesha, Sussex, open all season long. Offer the best in indoor golf. They had this on one day.
Yeah.
They played Life in the Fast Lane at Tap In. It's awesome because the stereo system there is awesome.
Oh, I bet.
And it was like, start this again and turn it way up. And people are like looking like, why is this so loud? It's like, oh, yeah, you couldn't hear it.
Chuck's over on the touch.
Oh, dude, I'm
having 10 times in a row.
I'm playing air guitar. It's like all of a sudden I'm Joe Walsh. This is great. Enjoy indoor golf simulators, spirits, food, sports when you want them all season long. The Tap In Golf Bar. Ask them to play Life in the Fast Lane for you. No slow play, climate control, no lost golf balls. You have to try really hard to lose a golf ball in a simulator. All to go along with a fully stocked beverage center and great food. Tap In Golf Bar in Waukesha and Sussex. Find out more at tapingolfbar.com. I just realized there's a lot of stuff in the studio. I brought a lot of stuff today.
You always bring a
the
lot of
charcuterie board of stuff is like in the studio, and there's a lot of stuff going on there. Todd Lewis is coming up next, as a matter of fact, in a few minutes. Should we start texting him now? Tell him to call him? Well, no, because we got to go to a break in a minute.
Yeah.
But then after that,
we'll text him in the break.
Yeah, I'll text him during the break. We'll do that. We'll make sure that he's on board. Well, I was surprised because we got Rex.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like we'll be good with Todd, right?
Gosh, I hope so. Fingers crossed. Hope so.
No yes alerts.
No, we already had our EAS alert, not even knowing what an EAS alert is. I didn't even know what the daily thing was. All of a sudden, it started blaring. For those of you who missed it in the middle of the Rex Hoggard interview, can people hear that on air in Milwaukee?
In Milwaukee, yep.
So that's all they heard it.
Mm-hmm.
So around the rest of the state, they didn't hear it.
Yep, they just heard us.
So we sounded like idiots because I'm like, what is that noise? And it's like they don't hear anything. Welcome to the show, everybody. If you're looking for Bryson DeChambeau, technically he's supposed to go out with Sam Burns at 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 our time at Royal Birkdale. Then Ryan Gerard, Cameron Young at 10:40, 9:40 our time. Jackson Suber, Lucas Herbert at 10:50, which is 9:50 our time. At the 154th playing of the Open Championship at Royal Birkdale. So Todd will be with us momentarily to talk about that. So we'll do that. Island Resort and Casino, Michigan, scenic Upper Peninsula. It's one of the Midwest premier golf, casino, entertainment resort destinations. Have you been there? You should go there. There's 36 holes of award-winning championship golf, Sweetgrass, Sage Run. Also, the new 9-hole Cedar course has some preview rounds, and they're booking it into packages in 2027. So you can build a stay and play package that hits all of the boxes for you and your group. You're going to find your total experience at the island. Go to islandresort.com for more information. PGA Tour Superstore, the official golf retailer of the multi-award-winning Garbedian on Golf. Find everything you need and or want for your golf game. PGA Tour Superstore, 18550 West Blue Mountain Road in Brookfield. You can find out what's trending in equipment, apparel, technology, repairs, lessons, so much more. Say hi to Paul and Jason and Bill Harm, everybody who's there. PGA Tour Superstore. Find the most popular brands, experience exceptional service, enjoy the best that the great game of golf has to offer. PGA Tour Superstore in Brookfield at 18550 West Blue Mountain Road. Also worldwide on the web, PGATourSuperstore.com. Join the Wisconsin State Golf Association. Make your next round count for only $50. You can receive your official handicap index, that with other great benefits. And if you're interested in competition, the WSGA tournament schedule features over 100 events for men and women of all abilities. You can find out more information. Go to WSGA.org. Show your love of golf in Wisconsin. Support a great cause. Obtain a Wisconsin golf license plate for your vehicle. Proceeds from the plate support the WPGA Junior Scholarship Fund. Also, PGA Hope Wisconsin. For more information, go to wiscjuniorgolf.com. Coming up momentarily, we're going to reach across the pond once again and try to hook up with Todd Lewis from the Golf Channel right here on Garbedian on Golf, broadcasting live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. All guests for Garbedian on Golf brought to you by the Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells, which is an amazing golf experience. Stay ahead of the game. Download the Wild Rock mobile app. It's packed with features and specials available only on the app. So download it now onto any device and enjoy the Wild Rock experience. You can book your tee time online today at wildrockgolf.com. Wildrockgolf.com. You know that I'm the brand ambassador for Wild Rock Golf Club?
Oh, yeah?
Found that out.
There's nobody better to do it. Also, Bryson sighting, if you want to do an alert sound.
Is there a Bryson sighting? Where is he? Oh, there he is.
Just showed him, yeah.
Is he putting? He's got a, if I'm not mistaken, that is not a range part. That's a launch monitor. Why is he doing a launch monitor with his putt? Look at everybody's gathered around. Oh, my gosh. 35 miles northwest of downtown Milwaukee, the scenic Kettle Moraine, and that's where you're going to find Erin Hills providing a championship golf experience in a comfortable setting. Enjoy the day. Create a memorable overnight visit. Rounds of golf on the site of the 2017 United States Open, the 2025 U.S. Women's Open. The biggest thing that he could do would be to win this now.
That'd be so cool.
Right, because instead of being a baby about the entire thing and the way he trounced around and complained, I understand that you got to be your own advocate in the game of golf, and he was trying to explain his side, but they were never going to go, oh, you're right. They were never going to say that.
And especially after Wyndham Clark winning the Open, or
Yes.
the U.S. Open, and that's really cool. Like to have these two storylines back to back, that'd be fun.
Yeah, when you look at the names on the leaderboard, really he's the biggest name in the leaderboard behind the leaders. So he just needs to put something up under par. Is that Todd right there?
I believe so.
So Todd Lewis called us and just said, look, I got to do an interview with Ryan Fox because he just shot 62. Thanks, Ryan Fox, for screwing up the show. No, just kidding.
That's all right. That's a fair thing to
Yeah,
be
I mean, that's fine. He
yeah.
shot 62. That's fine. Enjoy seasonal green fees at Erin Hills right now with the tee times that are available. Plus, plan ahead, pre-book your 2027 visit to stay and play at Erin Hills. Go to erinhills.com. Once again, erinhills.com. Our show really is kind of just a free-flowing thing, isn't it? I should be doing stuff. I'm not doing anything. Milwaukee County Golf, 13 courses to choose from. There's an ideal course for every avid golfer. Go to mke.golf. It's the place to find out the latest events, special rates, or anything golf in Milwaukee County. It's nice of Todd to call, though, and go, I got to do this interview first. I got to work first.
Exactly. It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I'll meet you guys at the beach when I'm done with work. Okay, that's great. Tee it up today at mke.golf, and all Wisconsin residents eligible to participate in the Parks Players Discount Program. What was that? Slice your
answer. That was a short song.
Well, yeah, I think it's only like $238. Slice up to 50% off of your green fee every time you play. For program information, go to mke.golf. Ironwood Golf Course, there are no worries, none. You can find out more about the Calamith and the Burn Irons at Ironwood Golf Course. And if you're looking for leagues, you want to set up an outing or just enjoy a casual day of exceptional golf, Ironwood Golf Course in Sussex, just the place. Make your Ironwood tee time. Go to ironwoodgolfcourse.com for more information. Todd Lewis scheduled to join us right now. He's on TV interviewing Ryan Fox. He called us and said, I got to talk to Ryan Fox.
I'm so sorry.
And then
it's okay.
And then Charlie was like this, no, you don't. You don't have to do that. I'm like, oh my gosh, talk the guy off a ledge. He's like, I got to talk to him about this.
Chuck's more important. All right.
Yeah, and I think he knows that because Ryan Fox is not going to win the British. I'm going to call it right now. I'm going to say Ryan Fox is not going to win the British. I'm going to say that right now. Although I will say this, if Ryan Fox shot 62, Lucas Herbert could shoot another 62.
Exactly. You said this is a weird one, so
this is a weird.
Can't count anybody out.
No, I don't, and I don't think there's any storyline that makes any sense. The thing that's really odd about this is all the push and shove that came with Bryson DeChambeau right now. He's the biggest name really on the leaderboard. I mean, when you look at this leaderboard, Ryan Fox shot a 62. He's at 8 under, tied for the lead with Lucas Herbert, who also shot a 62, but he did that on Friday. Jackson Suber is 2 shots back. Cameron Young is 2 shots back. Ryan Gerard is 2 shots back. Sam Burns is 3 shots back, along with Bryson DeChambeau. Siwoo Kim is 3 shots back. And then it's Xander Schauffele, who put up a 66 today. Jordan Smith, who is currently 4 under or 2 under on his round at 4 under. Sungjae Im. Of all those names, the only 2 you recognize are Bryson DeChambeau and Xander Schauffele, right?
Yeah.
Like if I held up a picture right now of Lucas Herbert and said, who is this guy? You'd look at me and go, pumping gas down the street? I don't know. Who is this guy?
Maybe Siwoo Kim, just because I've seen his name on the leaderboards in the
it's
recent
familiar.
tournaments.
Right,
yeah, he's
but,
a familiar
but
name for
Lucas Herbert,
he's not familiar.
Jackson Suber, Cameron Young, Ryan Gerard. If I put all 4 of their pictures and went $1,000 for everyone you got right, I'd have all of my money, and you'd be like, let me try again. And be like, no, you can try it as many times as you want. It's not going to help you at all. So, I mean, really, Bryson today doesn't need to shoot 62. All he needs to do is shoot all he needs to do, which is easy to say in championship golf. But I'm saying at this level, it's more attainable, is he needs to shoot 64, 65, just something in the 60s. And that puts him right in contention because I don't think Lucas Herbert is going to shoot 62 again.
You don't feel like this could be like a breakout for one of these guys that we don't recognize as much?
Nope. Although I will say this, if it's going to happen, it'll happen here because this is where you have like Todd Hamilton winning it, or you have Ben Curtis winning it, and they never win another thing.
Right.
And you just go, oh yeah, remember when Todd Hamilton beat Ernie Els, and you're like, when did that happen?
Only Todd Hamilton.
Right. And Todd Hamilton's sitting there. Todd Hamilton right now is curled up on a couch with his claret jug, just sipping juice out of it because that's what I got one of these. It's like, yeah, I got one of these too. Except I got a picture of mine right there. So yeah, you can have one, but it might be that. I mean, it might be a Lucas Herbert or a Jackson Suber or a Ryan Gerard or a Sam Burns kind of a thing. Maybe because they put up 62s, but that might also be the thing where you go, hey, they shot 62 and you go, yep, they did. But that didn't necessarily win them the Open because we've already had 3 62s now.
Right.
Now, the difference is it's a par 70 golf course.
Okay.
So it's not like it's a 7. It's not like they're 10 under par per round. They're 8 under, which is attainable. And it is on this too, because when you look at the size of the greens of a British Open, all of the British Open ones are enormous because they're windswept. They're usually on the ocean somewhere. You can't make them. And because of the undulation of how they were made hundreds of years ago, you can't make them fast. Because you can't have a 6-footer that breaks.
Well, why are the sand pits the way they are on this course?
What sand pits? The bunkers?
The bunkers
with the rivets?
Yep, with the rivets.
Because of the wind.
Okay.
Because of the wind and the erosion. What that does is it layers the sod so that it isn't just like it's like the top of it would be taken off like sandpaper.
Okay.
So it keeps the integrity of the bunkers.
Right.
Because wind changes and the wind's there.
Especially there, yeah.
I mean, you've seen the wind, like the flags are moving there today. The flags they're moving are just an average kind of blowing. It can get up to 40, 45 miles an hour and they still play out there.
Right.
Now they don't play tournaments out there when they're doing this, but people, if you're on a trip out there, that's what they always tell you. If you're out there, if you're going overseas, you better have a rain suit. Because if you don't have a rain suit, you're going to hit it at some point or other. It's going to either be cold, windy, or wet, or all of the above. And if you aren't prepared for it, you'd rather carry it with you and have it ready for you. Todd Lewis is going to join us. He'll be on with us for exactly like 3 minutes because we may hit a break. It's not all good. Don't tell him it's all good. Don't speak for me and tell him it's all good. He doesn't need to know that it's all good.
You can tell him yourself.
He's just doing all of his work. That's why it's been a wild ride at the 154th Open Championship at Royal Birkdale. Oh, did we lose him already?
I think we did.
All right, try it again. Record scores, odd rulings, Furman fast track. Is it calling back? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Ryan Fox. I have your Ryan Fox here. Where's Ryan Fox? I didn't see Ryan Fox on the board anymore. Oh, there he is. No, okay, good. Bring him on. Hello, Totimus. How are you, my friend?
Hey, I'm good, Chuck. How are you?
How's Ryan Fox doing? Everybody's shooting 62 out there. You and me, we can shoot 62 out there.
I don't know about that you part. Maybe you can, but I cannot. But yeah, it seems like we've had now 4 62s in the history of this championship right here at Royal Birkdale. So, it is a challenge, but maybe the softest of the Open Championship road courses.
Maybe it's because the greens are soft, but the fairways are firm, and so consequently you're coming in there with shorter irons. And it seems to be, from all the action that I've watched to this point, is everything's holding on the greens, which is kind of interesting, more or less.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're soft.
Softer.
Definitely softer than yes, they're soft-ish. How about that? They're definitely softer than the fairways. And you can, if you hit a good crisp shot from the fairway, you're able to get some spin on it. And it is a little receptive. I wouldn't say they're pure, soft, wet, sloppy greens, but if you hit a quality shot, you are rewarded by these greens. I think the R&A has it at a good firmness right now.
I've watched the Ryan Fox interview on TV. We've had it on here in the studio. I noticed that you had a meat stick and almonds in your left breast pocket there, which is always nice from last night. Since Bryson was nice enough to offer.
Yeah, I did not partake in that.
Oh, okay.
It was a little bit of chaos, and it was not snack time for me at that point. We were trying to we were doing live television. I did not have time for any nutrition. Skipped dinner, so That's all right. It was a little crazy last night.
Man, I'll tell you something. It's fun to watch the game of golf because so many things happen and there are so many characters involved in this. And years from now, you look back at it and go, yeah, we had all these 62s, and yet Bryson was in the bushes arguing about getting out, not getting out, doing whatever he was doing. And then you had Smiley Kaufman going into the weeds. And I'm thinking, man, I hope they dust him for ticks to make sure he doesn't get anything on him. It has been wild at this point. I understand Bryson is on property now.
Just past me, actually, walking to the player practice area to continue his warm-up for his third round. Yes, he did. He is here. He is here for sure.
And he's going to play, correct?
Yes, he is going to play, from what I understand, yes.
All right, good. Well, we've got all that. Now we can see what happens. I would imagine when you look at this leaderboard, too, going up and down, it's Ryan Fox, it's Lucas Herbert, it's Jackson Suber. It's really, I mean, Bryson's really kind of the first big name you come to. He's got a really good shot, even 3 shots back of winning this thing. He just needs to be under 70 today, and that puts an awful lot of pressure on the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, and that's a big if. I mean, it's very mysterious as to how he's going to react after everything that transpired yesterday, because he was quite emotional, and, some could argue, some have argued that he didn't handle it well. He didn't give his opinion. He did threaten, there's no doubt about it, to not play in this championship, not show up Saturday. Look, you don't have to like the rulings, and I understand that. But their acceptance is a part of it, and you just take it. And like you mentioned, yes, he was in solo second. Now he's 5 under, 3 out of the lead to a guy, Lucas Herbert, who's never won a major championship like Bryson. So I think you just accept it. You're disappointed, kind of get it out for about an hour, then focus, reset, get motivated for the third round. But that it took him a while to get there. I'm not sure if he's there, but he's not talking to the media. Yesterday was the 6th consecutive major championship round where he opted not to talk to the assembled reporters. So there's a bit of an axe to grind there with the media too. So he's got a lot going on. I don't think he's got a lot of clarity and freedom right now. We shall see if he's able to take that energy and manifest it into something positive. But I tell you, he's quite interesting to cover on the world stage. There's no doubt about it.
Well, and because everything's interpretive, you have to try to figure out what's going on with him. And from that point, we'll see exactly what's going on with him when we see the performance on the golf course today. And see how it all shakes out by the end. Let me ask you this before we run out of time. How far back is too far back, do you think?
Oh, right now, I think if you're 8 back, you're still in this mix.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it. I mean, we saw a 62 already today. I mean, Ryan Fox was 8 back when he started the day, and now he's 8 under par. And I think that could easily be on the first page of the leaderboard because the wind is starting to pick up right now. And these leaders or these guys who on the first and second page of the leaderboard are going to have to deal with a little more wind than Foxy did. So, yeah, I don't think very many people are out of this championship right now.
So your role today, you'll be doing the interviews all day long? Are you out there all day now for the rest of the contest?
Well, considering, yes, I'm here. Well, considering what happened last night, I am in the journalistic linebacker breakdown position, getting ready for anything that's coming my way. So especially when it involves Bryson DeChambeau. So we shall see.
All right.
But I'll be ready to cover it.
You'll be doing it all, and you'll be looking good doing it, my friend. I appreciate you taking the call as always. When are you coming home?
Well, I'm actually going to play Birkdale on Monday.
Good.
Well, maybe we'll see. And then I come home on Tuesday.
My friend, safe travels. I'll talk to you soon. But again, I appreciate you taking the time. Nice work. Keep it up.
Thanks, Chuck. See you, bud.
Todd Lewis with us from the Golf Channel. Go to golfchannel.com to see the latest. Our thanks to everybody involved with the program this morning, including James Kelly, the head PGA professional at West Bend Country Club, the State Am taking place there. Rex Hoggard with us, senior writer from Golf Channel. Jim Grunberg, owner-operator from Seymour Putters with us. And Todd Lewis from the Golf Channel, who was on TV and then dropped everything and came on to come on with us. That's awesome.
Legend.
Yes. Charlie Houston, our producer. You guys enjoy the entire week. Enjoy the rest of the Open Championship. And by all means, let's tee it up. It is Garbedian on Golf, broadcasting live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.